Welcome back. Now picture this, you wake up in the morning surrounded by empty bottles and unfulfilled dreams. You think, I was the greatest footballer in the world once, but everything slipped through my fingers. So what do? You start all over again.
Pelé called him the greatest footballer in the world, but he might best be remembered for scoring off the pitch rather than on it. He's always had an interest in fashion, owning a boutique in Manchester, his adopted home, and in his heyday, he was known as the Fifth Beatle.
So George, what's the story behind this Fifth Beatle thing?
I think it started one year we went to Benfica when they had a terrific side and they'd never lost at home. It was in European competitions. We beat them 5-1 there and played tremendously well. And the following day, almost every paper, the headlines in the big Portuguese paper was El Beatle, and that really started it.
So what about the shop? You obviously haven't got the shop anymore, but do you still come to Manchester to buy clothes?
Yeah, and a lot of my friends do. Yeah, Manchester at the moment is just, some terrific stuff, and it's just a nice shopping.
Well, like all these indie bands like Oasis and Supergrass are really sort of basing their image on your look of the 70s. How do you feel about that? I suppose
it's a compliment. But fashion sort of comes around, doesn't it? And I think you find that almost year in, year out, and it seems to have gone back a little bit to the 70s style. So do you still have to really sort of, be conscious of how you dress, and do you really have to be up there and dress smart every time you go out? Not really. I don't conform. If I feel like going to the top restaurant in London and wearing the tracksuit, that's what I do.
Well, you've actually brought me to Phil Black's in Manchester. Why did you choose this shop?
Well, Phil's been a friend for a long, long time, and as you can see from the stuff around, he's a big football fan, and the stuff he has in here is class stuff.
Well, should we have a wander around then and see what you're going to put me in?
Yeah, let's have a look.
You can put me in anything you want as well.
Well, I think it's interesting. Some things don't change in fashion. This is my own jacket here. Leather and suede will never go out.
Yeah.
And I think stuff like the checked shirts, checks never go out, and jeans will never go out of fashion.
You must have worn something like this.
Oh, I did, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think that is mine.
Did you have that on last night?
That was definitely a disco shirt, yeah. This is definitely 70s.
All right, yeah.
The old velvet,
that.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's definitely you. It's the right colour as well.
What would you wear with that? Would you wear like a fancy shirt or...?
Well, the thing that was in my day was the polo neck, so if we can find you a polo neck to go with that somewhere. Because if you look around as well, it's... the old grandad shirts are in at the moment without the...
What about that?
Without any colour, yeah.
Well, George, what do you think?
And that is the biz, yeah. Different class.
It's all right, isn't it? The thing is now that you've dressed me, so hopefully some of your old scoring skills will rub off on me.
Sold 2 dummies and now has made a chance for himself. His hat-trick!
But the only thing is, I don't play football, so let's go for a drink.
I'm not going for a drink, but you dress like that.
So that's how George Best dressed to impress, but...